This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Today we're talking about why you keeping a job for the long term is feminine. On this channel, we talk about femininity. We talk about masculinity. We talk about seed retention, being emotionally stable, having self-control, having self-discipline. But we also talk about thinking big. Having a job and keeping that job for the long term without thinking about building a business is feminine. It's thinking small. You might have a job and try to climb the career ladder, but at some point in time, there's going to be a ceiling. A ceiling for how far you can go before someone has to die before you actually get their position, or a ceiling of you're gonna make this much and that's all. For massively ambitious, big thinkers like yourself, that is unacceptable. Having a job, J.O.B, stands for just over broke, which means that no matter how much money you make, most of the time, you're going to spend it all at the end of the month. All of it is gonna disappear. But the problem between the rich and the poor, like Robert Kiyosaki says, is taxes. Your largest expense. If you are an employee, the government will always take the taxes from you before you get to spend it. Before you even received it, the government has already taken their share. Business owners, however, they spend all their money and then the government takes the taxes from the profits. You see the difference? That's one of the biggest reasons why having a job means you're just over broke no matter how much you make in that job. Having a job also means that you are not leading yourself. You are building up someone else's dream. At one point in time, you have to lead yourself and set up your own goals and dreams and set out your vision for what kind of business you will establish, and then go for it. Having a job and then wasting the other 8 hours and then saying, thank goodness it's Friday, is a waste of your life, man. You've got more potential than that. And no matter how hard it is, it's going to develop you. You are your biggest investment, so you've got to take on hard things. You've got to take on things that are difficult in order for you to grow, to become, to establish yourself, to establish your empire, and to set up the foundation for a future family. Thinking too small is a feminine trait. Thinking small is based on the now. What can I achieve this minute? What can I achieve in an hour? What can I achieve today? Masculinity is about envisioning the future, looking at the past, recognizing that your past is not your future, but still realizing what's realistic and what's not, and then setting a goal for your future and then understanding what needs to happen right now in order to get there. And understanding that it's okay that it's going to be critically hard in the short term, it's going to be difficult, and you're going to have tons of rejection, but because you're thinking big, meaning long term, meaning 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years, or maybe 1,000,000 years from now, if you think big, you'll understand that having a job is a waste of time. Are you thinking immediate gratification or delayed gratification? Delayed gratification is part of thinking big. Anything is possible if you've got enough time to do it. And the less time you have available, the more people you have to have on your team in order for you to make it happen. Being lazy is a feminine trait for men. It is based on, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like going out and making those phone calls. I don't feel like learning how to sell because selling is for someone else. No, selling is a skill that every masculine man needs to learn at one point in time. It is not negotiable. Selling is a critical aspect of every real man's life. Bro, you can tell me any profession and I'll tell you that if they don't learn sales, They are not reaching their full potential. Being masculine means stepping into the role of a leader, leading other people. Just like John C. Maxwell says, if you're leading and there's no one behind you, you're simply taking a walk in the park. You've got to become a leader in order for your sexual market value to increase. Having only one source of income stream is also feminine because it is based on scarcity and fear. If you've got multiple streams of income, if one of them disappears tomorrow, you've got other income streams coming into you from other sources. It's in some ways a little bit of diversification in case something shrivels up and dies on one of the income sources. You don't want to be put in a position where you're jeopardizing your family's safety and security by only having a job. Having multiple streams of income is a critical aspect to building safety, security in your women and children. They need that from you. What we learn here on the Men of High Value channel is that women's love is conditional. Conditional upon them feeling safe and secure in your provision and protection. Having only one job, even though they might not see that it's not safe and secure, you know that if you lost your job, you guys would be screwed. You know this. I mean, I could always get another job, yes, but it is so much easier to get multiple income streams when you've already got an income stream going for you. That's why I always say, keep a job while you use your other 8 hours wisely. Keep the job to pay the bills and then use the other 8 hours wisely while the economy is thriving, while everything is going great for everyone, so that you're ready once the recession comes to take upon yourself a bigger leadership role, to massively go forward at that moment in time, because everyone's going to be afraid. Tons of people will have lost their jobs and they will start running towards those that have businesses. Having a job is of course more masculine than not having a job at all. If you don't have a job at all, or you're dependent upon your parents, or you're dependent upon the government, let's get out of that situation as soon as possible. You might have health issues, you might have this, that, and the other, I don't know, okay? Maybe your case is different. But I can promise you that 95% of the time, you simply need to get out of the door and get yourself a job, figure it out, and then make things happen from there. I've made a video about it, how to get a job in 7 days or less. Look it up. There are ways to do it. You've just been feminine, lazy, thinking small, thinking, having lousy self-talk going on. You haven't been listening to my videos, man. And if you have, you haven't repeatedly listened to my videos, man. It's so hilarious. People sometimes comment and say, dude, I've seen all of your videos. You're awesome, bro. And I'm like, there's no chance that you've seen all of my videos. Do you understand I've made more than 500 videos over the past 18 months? There's tons of material that I've shared with you guys. The newer videos being better, of course, but the old videos, man, there are some nuggets there that you can use in order for you to propel your career forward. And if you're not willing to go through all of that material because time is money, then simply hire me as a coach. I mean, it's simple as that. I'm the affordable coach. I'll keep you consistent. I'll keep you going. Multiple income streams and thinking big, and then providing and protecting for those that you love is fantastic. But your heart should be reaching out to all of humankind. Look at all the problems that are going on. If you're thinking small, you're not taking responsibility for what's going on out there. We should be thinking, how can I solve the world problems? How can I make this a better place for the people who live on this planet and those to come? Because I'm responsible, I'm masculine. I take upon myself responsibility, not just for those that are in my circle of influence, but also everyone out there who lack the education, who lack the happiness, who lack the solutions to their problems. Maybe you've got them, and if you don't have them, build your financial foundation by building businesses so that you can help them. Let the love of God grow in you until it reaches out to all of humankind. You've got the potential, you've got everything that you need in order for you to progress on the masculinity career ladder. And it starts by understanding that having a job is not enough. You've got to go out there and build your business and build it well. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you in the next video.